Strokes, someday, XFM 104.9, Ricky Gervais.
Lads, can I just stop you there straight away? Because the record finished before we'd finished chatting about what we're going to do next.
We're going to do Carl's stupid competition again. We're just trying to get the... I think that...
What are the rules?
Right,
because last week it was a shambles, Rick.
I know, it was too easy, that's why.
The week before, I should say.
I think people should phone up now and be held in a queue, and then he should have the clue. Otherwise, because people are just phone up when they know the answer or not.
But how is that entertaining to the listener? That's what I'm going to throw back at you straight away.
I don't think this is entertaining at all. I just think people might want to talk to Carl for just a split second.
The way we'll do it, right?
Yeah.
Right? This is me role here, right? This is the way we're going to do it.
Right.
We're going to say, if you want to win The Office on VHS, right? Yeah. You can call
Don't
it now.
say it like that. Like it's a rubbish prize.
There is some... If you get the DVD, there's some special frottage. Alright, so... It's impressive.
Right. So they call up now on 08 700 800 1234, right?
Yeah.
We, bung on a bit of Elton John in a bit, right? We line up two callers.
Look forward to that. It's a beautiful track.
Yeah. We line up two callers.
Yeah.
Right? And then we have them on the air and we say, right, I'm going to tell you the little story. You've got to tell me what song it is. And they're playing against each other.
Well, could they be up at the same time then, so I can speak at the same time?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
But how can they play against each other? Because they haven't got buzzers or anything.
It's the first one, they can say the name, they can shout out the name, and it's organised.
And they got as many goes as they want?
No, I think they should have one go at a time, and then the other person can have a go, and then they can have another go.
Yeah.
It's like duelling.
It's like duelling.
And if they don't win, no one wins this week. We're not giving away prizes willy-nilly.
Sure.
You know, we can give one away next week again.
Because The Office is not costing us anything. Because we were involved. We can get as many copies as you want of that.
I like
Seriously.
it. I like it when
we got them coming out of our...
Do you think the listeners are usually in on sort of board meetings like this? Or do you
I said this before, guys. I said before. We should do this off air, but you refused to chat.
Imagine Chris Tarrant going, hold on, what, they can, what do they do?
They can phone a friend.
They just phone a friend. Look, come down to, right, okay, look, we haven't got this...
We haven't got this sorted. Phone up now. We'll play some adverts. Phone up now.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the plan then.
Okay,
right.
We're going to have a beautiful track here. Continuing our...
Wait,
whoa, hold on, wait. Steve.
Go on.
Right, I've said your name 5 times now. I don't need to mention you at all next week. Right? We're going to play, Elton John, continuing our sort of thing of don't diss them just because they're old and bald now.
Yeah.
They used to be good. This is a beautiful track. I dissed him, didn't I?
Yeah.
Called Tiny Dance. So we're going to enjoy that.
Yeah.
Enjoy that,
Enjoy
listener.
that.
And then,
if not the
now,
show.
Steve, what were you going to say?
Thanks for asking. I was just going to say, what should the audience be doing now? If they're listening at home, they want to play the game, what should they be doing, Carl? Should they be phoning you now?
Say the phone number again.
They should be ringing 08 700 800 1234.
Right. 08 700 800 1234.
And 2 lucky contestants get to play your game.
Yeah, what's the song?
What's the song that Carl's thinking?
Could I give you a clue when you call up? You've got more chance of playing if you don't sound like a mentalist.
Exactly. Most of the people that phone sound a bit like Carl. We're not interested. We don't want those sort of people.
Yeah.
We want people who can, who are maybe eloquent.
Why you watch me in my pants? Elton John, Tiny Dancer. What
Beautiful.
a great track.
Oh,
that is.
magnificent.
Well, we've got... despite Carl's actions, you should have seen Carl. It was like squiddly diddly. His arms and legs there. He'd have been better with feet, I'll tell you. He didn't know what he was doing. We were getting angry. At one point, he went, we get a man and a woman. And bloke phones up. He goes, are you a bloke? Bloke goes, yeah. He goes, hold on. And then another bloke goes, you're a bloke. We wanted a woman. And the bloke said, he goes, put the woman on. She came on, he went, are you the woman? It's the way he speaks to people. So who have we got on the line?
Here's the woman.
It's the woman. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, what's your name?
Sarah.
Sarah, okay, right, Steve, you want to be rooting for this?
Well, I think we should, it seems to me, because you may need some help, because obviously Carl's mind is a viper's nest.
Yeah.
It's a jungle in there.
Yeah.
So, if you want to call on anyone at any point, maybe you've got some questions you want to just consult or confer, then I'll be on your side.
You're like her phone a friend.
Exactly, I'm the phone a friend, I'm the ask the audience.
Who's the bloke?
Here's the bloke.
It's Owen.
Owen, okay, I'll be helping you out should you need any help or clues as as an insight into Carl's mind. I must tell you though, we don't know what Carl's going to come up with now either.
No,
we keep it real like this.
I should just say for people who've not heard the show before, this is where Carl now will tell us a cryptic story. And basically, hidden within that will be a clue to the title of a song.
I say cryptic, it's
gobbledygook. Yeah, nonsense.
So, okay then, just to find out, who goes first, my lad or your girl, I'm going to, toss a coin in my head.
Okay.
So, who can guess
Well,
first?
ladies first, ladies first.
Okay,
what was your name again, sorry?
Sarah.
So Sarah, okay, so...
heads or tails?
Heads or tails?
Tails.
No. Right, my lad will go first.
Okay, so
then.
so what this means is, when he's finished the cryptic clue, you, Owen, will get to guess first, but if you get it wrong, it goes over to Sarah, and then back and forth until hopefully one of you gets it right.
Okay.
We could be here for some time.
Yeah.
Right, and what are we playing for here?
Of DVD or video of The Office?
Whatever we can
Whatever
find,
you've
okay.
got, whatever format you've got.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
then.
brilliant.
Okay, Carl, go.
Right, so here we go.
So
then,
it's the
right?
name of a song we're looking for. Brilliant.
Right, this bloke, he's had a good night out at the
Yeah.
pub. Right?
This is probably all irrelevant. Remember that, Owen? This could all be irrelevant.
Yeah.
Okay, right, so he's had a good night out with his mates and that, and he's really enjoyed himself, and he's on his way home, and it's just like any ordinary night, right? Everything's just normal. He's seen the same people leaving the pub, going home, and he's like, see you tomorrow night. I'll be out tomorrow, 7:30 and what have you, and they're on the way home, and it's a nice night. Everything's nice, and he's walking home, and he sees this sort of smoke coming out of a grid. Right?
Some smoke coming out of a grid.
Yeah, a bit of like smoke, and he thinks, what's that? Right? And this is what's weird, because it's like any other normal night, but this time the smoke coming out of the grid, and he goes over to it, and he can hear some moaning. Right? It's like, ooh. So he thinks this isn't right. So he stands over the grid, and he's looking down it, and he can't see anything. So he lifts the grid up. Right?
Do you mean a grill?
No, a grid.
A
you know, like
grid?
a grid in the street.
What?
Yeah, he
Not
means
really.
a grill.
A
He means
grill.
yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And he lifts it off, and he's looking in, and like more smoke's coming out, and he can hear the moaning getting louder, and then this little demon pops his head out.
Oh.
Right?
Bloody demons.
And he goes, are you alright?
Yeah.
And the little demon goes, oh, I'm hurting. And he goes, what do you mean you're hurting? He said, oh, it's dead hot down there, you know. and it's weird, because he works it out that it's, like, come from hell, right?
Yes.
And he's going, oh, I'm all hot and burning, all his skin's sort of really red raw because of all the flames in hell and stuff. So he goes, oh, he said, I tell you what, I'll take you to the doctors. And the little demon's like, what, you'll do that for me? And he goes, yeah, I'll do that. And he takes him to the doctors. What's the song?
That was Ricky Gervais, Next FM. It's 3 o'clock now. We're going over to Natasha. Thanks very much. See you next week. Bye.
Man, that was quite a long story.
Ooh.
Is Owen and Sarah still there?
Yeah.
Have you dozed off? You still with us?
Okay, Owen.
Any clues?
No, not yet.
I
You gotta
haven't
make
got a
guess.
clue. I haven't got a clue. I have no idea. Can I think out loud with Owen, do you think?
No,
To
I
help
think
him?
Owen needs to at least have a guess
Go
before
on, have
we
a
can-
guess, Owen.
Smoke on the water.
No.
Well, it's not, is it? So,
not gonna be that.
okay, over to
Sarah,
you.
what do you think?
Bat out of hell.
It's a good guess.
No,
It's not right.
Not right.
Right, Carl, you'll have to give him a little clue.
Well, think about the little fella.
Think about the little demon.
Yeah,
Okay,
there's the clue.
brilliant. Thanks for that.
Where did I say he came from?
Highway to hell.
On the right, along the right lines, but not the right song. Back
Sarah?
to Sarah.
Stairway to heaven.
Carl, if this is rubbish, I'm never working with you again. If this doesn't work...
What do you mean, if this is
Right.
rubbish?
Right, okay. Take the main bit of the story. What's happened?
We don't know what
What's
the main bit
of the
is!
story? It took 30 minutes.
The grid. There's the grid. We got the grid, the
yeah.
smoke.
What's
It's
he
got-
done? How did the story end?
He
He's
went to the
taken
doctor. He went to the doctor. That's
He
the
went to
clue.
the
He went to the
doctor.
doctor.
Who did he take to the doctor?
He went to
The little demon fella.
Why did he do that?
he was-
Sarah,
'cause
come
he-
on. That's a big clue.
Right, why did... Sarah, come on, let's think about this. Why would he take a little burnt demon to...
Was he burnt?
He was
Well,
burnt, wasn't he?
He's from hell.
Yeah.
All the flames and that, and all his skin's
Hell.
really raw, and he was moaning in pain. And the little fella goes, yeah, I am on the way home. My tea's going to be in the oven and everything, but do you know what? I'm going to take you to the doctors and sort you out.
Sick.
Doctors.
Doctors. Oh, God.
Is there
man.
anyone you got there in the house who could maybe help you? Like a sort of 8-year-old child?
yeah. An alien.
Yeah.
I've got a 3-month-old baby.
Oh.
He probably talks more sense.
Yeah.
Not than you. Than Carl, we mean. Right.
Right, I'll tell you what, let's play a record.
But these
let's all
poor-
have a chat.
These poor people have got lives.
Sure.
They've
Oh
got
yeah,
to
like
do
we
so-
haven't.
No, but I know Carl, this is...
There's so many things I could be doing instead of this, Rick.
I know, but Carl...
We'll play some ads, right? And
They
come
can't
back.
stay on the line
They've
for...
got 3 minutes. They're playing for a video here. They've got 3 minutes to think about it. Is that all right with you?
Okay.
Yeah, and is that all right, Owen?
Yep.
Sorted. Right.
Please try and guess this, because Carl's threatening to roll it over to next week.
Oh.
I know. I don't want to live a week trying to think of a little burnt devil in a grid, as he calls it.
Burnt
Right.
devil in a grid.
Devil in a devil in a grid
Devil in
by
a grid.
excess.
Smoky devil.
Oh God.
Oh, burnt devil grid.
Sarah, any
Grid? What's a grid?
any
He means a
idea?
grill. He
A grill.
means the little thing in the smoke. Burn.
Smoke on the water.
Barbecue to doctor.
Burnt. Doctor.
Owen, any ideas?
Devil Without a Cause by Kid Rock.
No. What we're going to
Oh,
do with them?
is the word devil right?
Yeah.
So devil's a key word here.
And you're thinking about what's the bloke done? He's took him to
Devil,
the doctors.
isn't he? They can't
Why
really
did he do that? Why didn't he just say, oh yeah, it looks terrible, but I've got to get off home?
He's a good
He's a
Samaritan.
good Samaritan.
Right.
He's a good guy. He's
He's a good guy.
Saviour.
devil.
Saviour. Devil for later.
We're really running out of
I've got
time.
it. I've got it.
Have you really?
Sarah,
Yeah?
I tell you this, love. You have got something to entertain yourself with in about 3 weeks' time when we get the DVDs and videos through.
Cool.
Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Sympathy for the Devil.
Well done!
Sympathy for the Devil.
Carl,
Oh,
it's
man
rubbish,
alive.
mate. It's
not-
rubbish. That's not a cryptic clue.
It's not rubbish.
Sympathy for the devil. You said he wasn't the devil. You said he was a demon. Right.
Yeah, but I
one.
couldn't- no.
Right. Okay. Sympathy for. What's all that rubbish about him being burnt and taken to the hospital?
Sorry, Rick, but I'm noting a little whiff of jealousy there.
It's so rubbish.
No, I'm sorry, but Sarah is
It's
happy.
not allowed to try and make people
Her
guess.
baby is happy.
Sarah,
Her husband, or maybe partner,
Sorry,
maybe they're not
Owen.
married, maybe they're living in sin. He's also happy.
Yeah.
They're happy. That household is happy.
Owen's got
Owen,
it.
devastated.
Static.
Yeah.
Oh,
do
yeah.
you want it on DVD or video?
DVD, please.
DVD.
Sarah,
Okay.
thank you very much indeed for playing.
Cheers,
Owen,
Sarah.
commiserations.
Sorry, Owen.
yeah.
Triumphant. Another
You're so
triumph.
rubbish, Carl. You are so rubbish.
There you got it right.
Oh
then.
dear.
Rubbish.
Well done, Steve.
Jealous. I loved it. I
Rubbish.
thought it was great.
It sounds good.
I love the fact that it's the Carl bit he wants to replace, not the fucking
No, but that
Pilkington.
doesn't work either, because like then
Why
I
not,
told,
Brett?
because
Okay.
I told my mum and dad that that's what I wanted. They started calling me that, but then I forgot that.
They went along with it.
Yeah,
So you said, Mum, Dad, call me Brett from now on. And they went, all right.
yeah, but then I kept forgetting that I was Brett, so I wasn't answering, so they went back to Carl.
It's amazing!
So you've had that dream come true.
Yeah, and it wasn't that good, and that's what I'm saying to you. Things never live up to what you want. Dreams, what are they? When I was on holiday recently,
Yeah.
I got talking to an old fella, because where I went, it's mainly for old people. I got chatting with him. You could tell he had a lot of money.
Yeah.
He sort of tanned. He had that sort of rouge-coloured sort of jeans,
Oh, yeah.
which is always sort of...
Telltale sign.
It's kind of like he's got money.
Yeah.
And,
The red jeans are twice as much, sir. That's okay, I've got money.
yeah, it's either that colour or yellow. But you
Yeah.
can carry it off when you're an old man, and especially with the tan, you think, yeah, he's got a few
Oh,
quid.
I'm a millionaire. Do you have any yellow jeans? We've got one pair, sir. But
They
no
are the
one...
most expensive.
Yeah,
of the
they're in
jeans.
the back room. Could I just see your bank account first? There it is. Oh, yeah, you can afford yellow jeans, all right, sir. Come this way.
So I got talking to him, and it turns out he had a cruise ship.
Right.
Loads of money. Now, I was chatting to him for about 10 minutes.
Yeah.
What colour was his jacket?
Said he didn't have a jacket on, just a white shirt.
He's wearing red jeans and a white shirt.
Yeah, sort of leather slip-on shoes, that I can remember.
And how old is he?
It's hard to tell because he was well tanned.
Was he an attractive man?
He's a good-looking fella.
So he's rich. So you saw this rich, good-looking bloke with just a shirt on.
No, he had a shirt and his pink
Yeah.
pants.
His pink pants, and he just went over and struck up a conversation.
I don't know. Why did you notice what colour the crotch area was?
What?
Why did you notice what
You were
colour
looking
the...
very much at the arse
I
of the
can see
crotch
why
area.
you could see... If you're looking at his face, you could see a white shirt. But
tell
why
you
could you
why.
see
I'll tell you
what
why.
colour
This is what I'm
the
telling you.
fabric around his
This is what I'm
testicles were?
saying.
You saw a good-looking old man sat at the bar. You went out and bought him a drink.
Yeah, you
I
saw,
was
you
waiting
noticed
for the
it...
barbecue to open.
Right, okay, and
I
you
got
noticed a
there
man's...
early.
So you noticed
So
a
it was
man's
9 in the morning.
trousers.
No.
Yeah, no.
I was annoyed. I don't like late nights on holiday.
Right,
With
okay.
jet lag. Suzanne said, let's go down there early tonight.
Right.
I get there, I find out the barbecue's not for another 40-odd minutes.
What time was
the
it?
holiday rep. Well, I don't know, it starts at 8.
You're
so I have to
noticing
wait for
people.
40
You're
minutes.
noticing old men's genital coverings, but you don't know what fucking time it is.
Yeah, but
get your story straight.
What I'm saying to you is, the
Right.
reason I noticed his pants is because what he was talking about,
Right.
there was no reference points. I didn't have a clue what he was going on about.
Right. What was he talking about for your eyes to wander down to his penis, is what I'm trying to say. What made you look at his penis?
Because I got bored. I didn't know. What I'm trying to say to you is reference points. I had no idea
what
what
was
he
he
was going on
talking
about. When
about?
you're talking to a stranger, aren't you meant to keep it
Above the waist, looking at his bollocks,
keep it to
erect. I made Carl laugh. So, it made me think of something that I'd heard about. There's a thing that you can do, and I don't know why, for people with really hairy backs and people who are hairy all over, okay, called back, crack and sack. They do your back, and there's some people that do look like little monkeys.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
They do your back, they do your arse crack, and they do your balls.
in that order. Oh,
Is that again? Always a question that doesn't matter.
no, it does, because what I'm saying is it done from the top all the way down?
It's not done in one. What do you think? This is huge 30-foot Band-Aid type thing that you're wrapped in and then pulled. It's done a little bit at a time, isn't it?
Right, well, again, it still matters which order. Because if it hurts your back, it's definitely going to hurt the sack. That's what I'm saying. I think... What is it called? Back,
Crack and sack.
or sack, crack and back?
No, it's called back, crack... I don't know. It's probably a marketing person said we've got to do it in order.
You could probably choose which order you want them in, Carl.
It's back, crack and sack.
It should be sack. Sack, crack, back. Definitely. It should be sold like that.
Why?
Because like I say, if you're lying there, look, you've had half of your back done. If you went, oh, forget it,
Yeah.
right, there is no way you're going to have the sack done. Is it?
No. Sorry, I wouldn't have the crack and sack done anyway.
I don't know why people
I'm not
are
going to
doing
have a back done. It doesn't need doing.
Where are people going where they've got to worry about the condition of the sack? At what event do you go to and you go, I've got to look sharp. I've got to look the part today.
I don't know.
On the sack done.
Nudists?
No, because they're about being natural and that, isn't it? Normally they are airy, like that woman on holiday.
Yeah, the women are, the men aren't. I don't know.
Yeah, they all are sort of pretty airy. They believe in just leaving the body as it is.
I think little gay fellas love it, don't they? They like to
Why are you looking at me? I don't know.
I don't know. You're a little gay fella, and you've had it done.
Yeah,
Or
text in.
just text in. What's the text thing?
83XFM, just text in, tell us what? I don't know, is there any information that we're missing? Is it painful? I assume so.
Of course it is.
Why did you get it done? That's the question. Why did you get it done?
Yeah.
Why is it important to have a hairless arse? Turing Breaks on XFM. Ricky Gervais, Steve and Karl Pilkington. Karl, are we doing your, story with a song?
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Well,
Excited about it.
like what was it the other week? We did,
Babushka.
Babushka.
Yeah. Pinball Wizard. You said if he's deaf, dumb and blind, he doesn't even know he's playing pinball, which is...
I just said don't go to putting money in it. That's all I'm saying. Let him play pinball, but don't waste 20p or whatever. Good point. This week, right, do you know how I was saying...
It is a good point, actually.
It is a good point.
Again, though, it wasn't a documentary. It was just... It's not... Didn't really happen.
Yeah, well... Do you know I was saying sometimes I listen to song... I like a song to be obvious what it's saying. Pinball Wizard was a good story.
You need a song to be obvious.
In the ghetto, it's a kid growing up and all that
ghetto,
rough area, gets killed for nicking cars and messing with guns and that. Living in the city, growing up in New York, rough area, how you cope with it and that, right? But they've got to be as simple as that. Otherwise,
Okay.
I'm not that
I've
happy.
got a brand new combine harvester.
If-
Yeah,
It's
I'll
about
give you
like
the
machine.
key.
It's brand new.
Yeah.
It's brand new.
But, even though it's new, he's willing to lend it out to other people.
No, but what I mean is, if you start trying to be clever,
Yeah.
the story's lost on you, innit?
Yeah.
Not necessarily me or Rick, but yeah, sure.
Go on, we know what you mean. Go on.
On primates, yeah.
Well, this song here, right, it's not an XFM song, and you'll probably hate the song, to be honest.
Go on, what is it?
What's the song?
Yeah.
It's Wonderful Tonight. Right? Eric Clapton.
Okay, it's alright. It's a
bit
sort of bluesy sort of ballad from the late 70s. Yeah, it's alright.
But I'm always arguing with Suzanne, because every time I hear it, I'm getting different pictures in my head.
Yeah.
Of, like, what's going on, right?
Okay.
And I'm convinced it's about, like, this little crippled fella in a wheelchair, right? And he's knocking about with his wife.
Mm.
And
we don't say cripple anymore, do we, Steve? Do we say cripple?
I don't think we've said that since,
70s?
I think it's the 70s when we stopped.
Alright, just a little fella in a wheelchair then.
Okay.
And the story's all sort of, you know, how he's being pushed about by his...
Again, that's not literally.
By his wife, she's wheeling him about, what do you mean?
He's wheeling him about, they go to a party, everyone sort of looks round and looks at him.
What makes you think that he's in a wheelchair? What's the clues? What's the words?
There's loads of little things. There's like, well, like I say, something about his wife walking around with me and all that. Well, of course she is. She's pushing him about.
But whoa, walking around. If someone said, "Oh, she was walking around with me," I'd think they were both walking round.
There's a few.
But that's not. There must be another. There must be a reason why you suddenly thought that fella's in a wheelchair.
Right. My wife's walking around with me.
Put on your makeup, and I feel alright.
No, and she's always saying, "Do you feel alright?" And that she's always asking him how he is.
Yeah, but she's
just listen. Let me play, right? And try and picture the scene, right?
But now I'm only thinking of a little fella in a wheelchair.
Well, have a listen to it, and you know, just everything that's being said.
Okay.
Understand why I'm thinking what I'm thinking.
No, never. Yeah, there's no clue.
But the thing is, that's what I'm picturing.
But that doesn't mean it happened. You picture people that are half man, half moth. It doesn't mean it's possible. Do you know what I mean, Carl? What you think is usually not true. Suzanne is totally right. There is no reason. I have never, ever thought that Eric Clapton was singing about a little fella in a wheelchair. And the one clue in that, there's two, isn't there? Are you alright? Well, let me say that, little cripple. Right, and, I'll give her the car keys. Oh, why is she driving? You ain't got any legs.
Pushing him around and that.
No, pushing him around.
So we'll do one more next week then.
Okay.
Jack Johnson on XFM, Carl.
Right.
Yeah, we were talking briefly earlier about something that you'd been reading.
Well, it's just that you're always having a go at me saying, you know, you're never happy.
True.
You know, what cheers you up? What's the best thing that can happen for you and stuff like that, right?
Sorry, I've never said to you what's the best thing that can happen for you.
No, but
I'm
like
trying to encourage you.
Steve's, yeah, and you have a bit. I've started reading more and doing more science stuff, even though some of it does me head in, like I say. Knowledge is almost annoying. Right, knowing about that mammoth is
Think
annoying.
about being a quote.
Yeah.
Think that if I have seen furthers cluster on the shoulder of giants, we will fight them on the beaches. E equals MC squared. Knowledge is annoying.
Yeah.
That's an amazing one. Karl Pilkington, 2005.
No, but it can get you down, can't it?
Go on.
Knowing stuff that's going on.
Yeah, knowing stuff. But sometimes I don't want to have stuff in my head. When I read a horrible story or someone tells me, I wish I didn't know it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. But at the same time, there was something in the paper about things to do before you die, and it was just stuff that I sort of looked at. I thought, don't want to do that. Cross that off. Not bothering with that. At number one, you always know what's at number one. It's the same thing every time.
Swim with dolphins.
Yeah. Don't know why. Do you want to do that?
What's going on down there that it's so good? What do we not know about?
I mean, yeah, it'd be fun. I'd love to sort of encounter most animals, to be honest. I mean, there's be a few animals on the top of the list. I'd rather hang out with a bunch of chimps.
I wonder if
I love that.
I wonder if it's you're down there with dolphins and you're swimming with them, and then they sort of they click away, they click,
And they tell you a secret.
you go into they lead you into a cave, right? But down there, it's like being at like Rolling Stones' house in the 1970s. It's
They're
like
smoking.
There's drink, there's women,
Yeah, they
there's
go, "Don't tell 'em."
bars. There's like
They're eating tuna. They're loving tuna.
They're loving it, but they can speak. They go, "Oh, this clicking stuff, it's nonsense." We're
Yeah.
at a wild time then. They go berserk, go crazy. It's 24 hours of non-stop debauchery,
I think it's spiritual,
but
isn't
never
it?
mention it to anyone else.
It's incredible because you know they're so intelligent, and you know. Do you know about dolphins though? How intelligent they are.
Well, people keep saying that, but what have they done? Do you know what I mean? what's someone done that they've gone, they spoke, you know, I've read a book by a dolphin or whatever, what have they done that makes them so bright? It's the same way they go, you know, they look after you, they save you and that. There's got to be one bad un in that bunch.
Of course there... Sorry, I wasn't suggesting they're all flipper. I'm not just they're constantly going round the oceans trying to save people. I mean, they're intelligent, you know.
In what way?
What do you mean, in what way?
Well, what do
you mean, why do... Because
why
they
do
pass
people keep
tests,
saying they're bright?
because of the things they can achieve and learn.
Like
and,
what?
And, well, they can tell shapes, objects, colours. Sorry, Carl, I mean, they're no match for you. They're not as clever as you. They're way down this, that. But it's all relative, isn't it? For a non-human, they're doing okay. They're up there with chimps, you know.
So what do you want to do before you die? Anything? Any achievements you want to have?
Well, if I'm ill, I'd prefer to go to the doctors than to go with the dolphins.
Yeah.
Why are you suddenly ill? It's not, they don't, when they say things to do before you die, they don't literally mean the sort of, the day before.
They mean
you croak it.
that you want to experience life. You can do it over the next 20
Is
years.
that what you thought you meant? Like, literally
Is
the
that
24
what you
hours
meant?
before
Like
you
a
die?
priest there going, give me the lift. What is it, Grandad? Dolphins. You know, no fit state, Grandad. Get me in the water. Get me down to Brighton. What do you think that list means?
Well, yeah, that, you know, before you die.
You're incredible, Carl.
Amazing.
You're all this time.
Things to do before you die.
That's why he doesn't want to do any of them.
Didn't you think it was a bit extraordinary that you
So
had to
what
try
you-
and swim with dolphins and visit Disneyland and climb Mount Kilimanjaro
That's why I
all in
was
the same
saying to you,
afternoon?
That's why I said to you, I would be in no mood for a dip.
That's incredible! Always a new twist on things. Always a new twist on things.
But you say about travelling and that, you like travelling and stuff, but why?
Because I've seen and experienced extraordinary things. You know, I went to Kenya once. I met a man who was a vigilante. He was cleaning up his neighbourhood because the police were too corrupt to do it. Carried a sword, and you know, he was extraordinary. He'd been attacked, but he didn't care. He fought them off. He was trying in this little slum area to try and instill some law and order. He had to arrest his brother-in-law once. It was a fascinating story, and he was an extraordinary man.
I went to Manchester and I saw two lads with big heads and webbed feet looking at a house. There was a horse in the living room. Right, straight onto monkey news. It better be better
No,
than
let's
that.
play a record. We've got to play a record and
We've
have
got to
monkey
do
news.
monkey news. It's only 5 minutes to go.
We've got time for a record and then some monkey
Yeah.
news, surely.
Oh.
Bit of XTC.
Oh.
Making plans for Nigel XTC. Okay, let's play the jingle.
Oh, chimpanzee that monkey news.
Right, this happened in Pittsburgh, right? There was a rock band, and they've got this studio in Pittsburgh and what have you, and they're laying down tracks and stuff like that. And in the studio that they use, right, there's this monkey works there. Right,
I love the way he throws that in. Like he throws that in, this monkey works there.
no, it's just got a little gig there. He sort of it carries the equipment in, guitars, stuff like that.
It doesn't.
He does.
No, it doesn't.
He just sort of cleans up after the band.
No, he doesn't.
Emptying the ashtrays.
Doesn't
that sort of
happen.
stuff. It
Doesn't
does,
happen.
That's the gig it's got. Anyway, right.
Gets women out of the crowd that they want to go with.
With one arm.
Drag them back.
So anyway, right. So the band's in the studio, right? And one of the band members brings some A&R fella to the studio to have a listen to the latest track. Right?
Yeah.
So they hit play, and they're all there going, "Yeah, brilliant. This is good."
Oh no.
Anyway. So the fella says, "Yeah, I like the track. I especially like the bass on it." Right?
Right, this is bullshit.
So
This is rubbish.
So
And they hadn't laid down a bass track?
so this is. Have you heard it? So
No, Carl,
the weird
please
thing
don't
is,
do this
right,
to
so
me.
the A&R fella goes, and
Yeah.
it's like the band members are stood about, and they're going, "That's good that you liked it." And I'm saying, "Yeah, but what's he on about with the bass?" So they played it
No,
back.
this is rubbish. This is absolute rubbish. Where did you get this from?
Please, because we never get
Where
to the
did
end.
you
Let's
get
hear it.
this?
Let's
Is
hear it.
absolute nonsense.
So they played it back.
Yeah,
right?
and it's the chimp playing bass. Definitely not.
So they were like, "That's weird. We haven't got a bassist." Anyway, so they go, "Well, whatever." Right? So
We
they
haven't
leave.
got a bassist.
So
They go, whatever, let's go home.
Oh, forget it.